Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, a new state law designed to ensure the safety of toddlers. Then what new program is El Camino College launching this fall? And hundreds came out to Torrance Beach to take part in National Coastal Cleanup Day. Plus a sneak peek into the Del Amo Fashion Center's new Nordstrom and High Fashion Week. These stories and much more just seconds away. Local news starts right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. My co-anchor, Jin Chin, is on assignment. Here are your top stories. Jumping into the new season a little warmer than usual, September 23rd marked the first day of fall. The autumnal equinox, which signals the end of summer and the beginning of autumn, also marks the beginning of football season and back to school for students. The new season can also bring some common weather hazards and seasonal dangers that you should know about and to best prepare yourself. Here are a few things you might want to do. Check the weather before leaving home to make sure you're prepared. The new season is also a great time to make an emergency supplies kit for your family if you haven't done so already, including basics like water, a 3-day supply of non-perishable food, a first aid kit, as well as a flashlight and extra batteries. Inspire others to take action by sharing with your friends and family how prepared you are. Health officials also advise residents to get their flu shots. You can schedule a visit with your doctor or look for a free clinic offered by the county. The closest one to Torrance is located on 711 Del Amo Boulevard and will be available beginning mid-October. While this is a walk-in service, free flu shots will be limited each day, so patients are advised to arrive early as it is first come, first served basis. You can call 310-354-2300 for more information. There's a new law changing how young children in California sit in cars. Governor Jerry Brown signed into law a measure that requires children to remain seated rear-facing until the age of 2 instead of 12 months old. This ruling comes as research shows children facing forward have a 75% greater chance of death or severely injuring their spines. The California Highway Patrol Office provides information and services to make sure you are installing your car seat properly. The nearest location for Torrance residents is 19700 Hamilton Avenue. You can call ahead to make an appointment with a certified highway patrol officer to install your child's car seat. This new law does not apply for children who are more than 40 pounds or taller than 40 inches. The law does not go into effect until January 2017. 530 participants came to Torrance Beach recently to show their support of an annual charity day. Volunteers from the city met at Miramar Park for coffee and breakfast before heading down to Torrance Beach. The event was part of Coastal Cleanup Day, an annual event coordinated by the California Coastal Commission, LA Department of Beaches and Harbors, Heal the Bay, and the Ocean Conservancy. It's part of an effort to bring awareness to the amount of waste used and how we treat our environment. Groups included members from Honda, the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce, and city employees. Volunteers spent the morning picking up more than 275 pounds of trash at the local beach. The majority of the trash collected consisted of cigarette butts, plastics, and small pieces of styrofoam. But there were also some unexpected items found in the mix, including a stroller, bicycle seat, and a broken surfboard. The cleanup was followed by a free Carl's Jr. lunch provided by Honda for the first 300 volunteers, and refreshments were available throughout the day, courtesy of Gourmet Grinds and the Torrance Tribune. Many of the participants volunteered for up to 6 hours, helping with the sign-in tables, handing out and collecting supplies, as well as passing out free giveaways. This is the 17th year the city has participated in Coastal Cleanup Day. Over the years, volunteers throughout Los Angeles County have collected more than 1.7 million pounds of trash. That's a lot of trash. Now there's even more incentive to help find a vandalism suspect. A Torrance resident is offering a cash reward to the person who helps the police find the criminal that vandalized his wife's car. On September 4th, around 5 a.m., the victim found his vehicle sprayed with shaving cream and a swastika symbol scratched onto both the passenger and driver's side door of the vehicle. The culprit also dumped a load of chili onto the 2006 Silver Scion and slashed a tire. The vehicle was parked in the 300 block of Calle Miramar. Officers say the act may have stemmed from issues related to parking. The victim was given permission to park in the green curb area indefinitely as she suffers from cerebral palsy, but others are limited to parking for 20 minutes. There are no known suspects at this time. If anyone has any information, call 310-618-2374. A new ordinance helping a special group of people was officially adopted at the latest City Council meeting. The Social Services Commission was established, a group specifically dedicated to address issues relating to veterans, the city's homeless population, and special needs youth and adults. A total of $7,500 for half the fiscal year will be dedicated to the Commission for a total of $15,000 each year. The Commission will work with the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, an outreach program that tries to make contact with the homeless and place them in housing. Members of the Commission will be appointed by the mayor with the approval of the City Council.
When the groups and services who provide to this sector of our community were contacted about the potential benefit of this type of commission, there was great excitement.
You can catch the entire meeting online at torranceca.gov or on Torrance CitiCABLE throughout the week. El Camino College is launching a new training program this fall. The Education Department is beginning a medical assistant job training program with classes beginning October 10th. The curriculum is designed to prepare students to be able to perform all required skills in an ambulatory or outpatient care facility. In addition to the 30-week classroom course that features both lectures and labs, students will have to finish 160 hours of externship. Graduating students will be awarded a certificate of completion and qualified to apply to the California Certifying Board of Medical Assistants. You must be 18 years or older with a high school diploma. The entire course, including textbook and clinical supplies, costs $3,999. For more information or to register, call 310-660-6460. The city will temporarily close down a popular destination. The pond at Wilson Park was drained and is now fenced up. City officials decided water quality in the pond was an issue due to algae growth. In previous years, the pond was treated with chemicals, then drained, cleaned, and refilled 3 times a year. But with the drought, refilling the water was not an option. According to the city's park services, the pond will remain empty until a sustainable and ecologically friendly solution is found. Well, still ahead, the results from a local triathlon, plus a sneak peek at the Del Amo Fashion Center's much-anticipated reveal.
And we're bringing back brand new state-of-the-art shopping to the South Bay.
With natural light flowing from all directions, media crews along with mall personnel got a first look at the new 2-level fashion center, which is set to open in just a few weeks.
The Grand Court here will also showcase our new guest services center.
This is kind of surreal for me because I used to shop in the center as a child, and to be able to come back full circle with this brand new project that Simon has taken on and open our newest design concept is pretty exciting.
As a new Nordstrom manager for Del Amo, Sherry Boutis got the chance to show us one of the main stops on the tour, the 138,000 square foot flagship Nordstrom store that will give shoppers an experience like no other.
More space for the customers to see the product instead of back of the house space. A lot of light coming in the stores, natural woods, full service restaurant, which we did not have previously, called Bazil, indoor seating at our E-bar.
The new Nordstrom will offer complimentary Wi-Fi, multiple entrances to the department store, and exclusive brands. And while Nordstrom is one of the prime highlights of the center, Senior VP Chuck Davis from Simon Properties says the stores throughout the mall will be bigger and better.
I would say at least a dozen or more of our stores are exclusive to the South Bay, and this will be their only location from LAX down to the harbor.
Davis says the new shopping destination will have 100 new retail stores and will give people living on the Hill and in the beach cities finally a one-stop shop for everything.
Trying to get a little bit of something for everyone. We certainly are not looking to change customers. We're looking to enhance and deepen the customer base to the broadest audience of the South Bay.
Del Amo also announced the unveiling of big-name stores like Uniqlo, Hugo Boss, Vince Camuto, Kate Spade, and even a Victoria's Secret that will be twice the normal retail size.
We're really trying to elevate the experience from the minute you drive up to Del Amo to where you park, to come in, and hopefully have a very comfortable and positive customer experience.
And speaking of parking, the 2,000-car parking structure on Delamo Way will offer convenience and safe entrances into the mall. Brand new changes that Botis is looking forward to as Delamo takes fashion to the next level. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Hima Samad.
The results are in for a local fundraiser that helped runners race to the finish line. The LA Triathlon started and finished on Torrance Beach with the bike and run segments passing through streets including Paseo de la Playa and Palos Verdes boulevards. Participants had the opportunity to show off their skills at swimming, running, and cycling. The race was part of an effort to raise money to support more than 300 low-income kids in the Torrance community. Every $30 raised through the Herbalife Triathlon helped a kid actively participate in local youth sports organizations, including the Torrance South Bay YMCA. First introduced in 2014, the LA Triathlon at Torrance Beach is designed in a small footprint format.
It's a new challenge for me. I mean, I've always heard about triathlons, and it's like, well, swim, bike, run, do it all together and see what you can do. It's a very diverse athletic event.
In total, there were 1,240 registered participants. For more information on results and how you can sign up for the next LA Triathlon at Torrance Beach, go to latriathlon.com. The South Bay City's Council of Governments held a press conference for the launch of the South Bay Green Building Challenge. Jesse Pierre has more on the story.
What better way to get local businesses fired up about reducing energy, conserving water, and reducing waste than through a friendly challenge? Director of Human Resources for Varengo Solar, Claudio Ingracia, is excited to be one of the 14 companies who's recently signed up.
We thought it'd be a great way to get our employees excited and energized about doing everyday things and getting points and helping conserve energy.
The South Bay City's Council of Governments Program Director Renee Daigneault spearheaded the challenge, creating over 70 activities for participants to compete in.
One challenge is to encourage your employees to switch to online billing for their Edison and gas company bills. So you would send this out to your employees, and then they would report back if they'd signed up.
The more activities a business completes, the more points it receives. And the more challenging the activity, the higher the points.
When you kind of set something up in a team environment and you rally the troops, if you will, and we got to win this and this is what we have to do, it gets the competitive juices flowing, and it's a fun event.
While the challenge is all in good fun, the main goal is to continue efforts to improve sustainability. It's a cause the City of Torrance is dedicated to.
We're very mindful that we have very few resources, and we want to save those resources. We want to turn it over to the next generation, perhaps a little bit better than we found it.
We do a lot of this stuff every day. It's just being more conscious of little things. Walk out of a conference room, turn off the light. Don't leave the water running when you're clean out your coffee mug. Little things that we do every single day and we tend to take for granted.
The goal is to have at least 225 local businesses participate in the South Bay Green Building Challenge before it's over.
So it really is a way to bring our community together and capture the work that all of our businesses are doing in one place.
I think it's important for everybody. I think we need to realize the strain that we're putting on the environment every single day. Our footprint, whether it's carbon footprint, we need to give back. We need to figure out ways to conserve, to give back, and to be more responsible.
The winner will be chosen based on resources conserved and the amount of activities they engage in. And an award ceremony will be held at the close of the challenge. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Jesse Pierre.
Thanks, Jesse. Signing up is easy to do. Just create an account at southbaycities.org/GBC. A winner will be determined next August. El Camino College celebrates the school year by bringing in green technology and several programs to help students in the classroom prepare for jobs out in the workforce. Tao has the story.
El Camino College kicked off the school year with the grand opening of 2 new academic buildings. The Center for Applied Technology, also called CAT, and iTech, or Industry Technology Education Center.
The iTech building, that was a remodernization project, and at one time it looked like a fortress, a dark humongous fortress. Now when you see it, it's just beautiful, lots of light in the building, very high tech, and we have about 13 programs in that building, from administration justice to fire technology, cosmetology, architecture.
Lorena Montez, who's studying architecture at El Camino College, says the new facilities are a great addition to the campus.
I like the aesthetics. It's very modern. The colors are appealing. It looks very clean, and the glass, it's very helpful because we're getting more of the use of the natural light.
The 18th-month project was made possible with funds from the 2002 Measure E Facilities Bond. The $38.3 million Industry Technology Education Center and $29.9 million Center for Applied Technology was also designed to leave minimal carbon footprint.
We're in a high-tech mode here. We have our auto technology, auto collision, welding, and our air conditioning and heating ventilation programs here, all with new equipment, robotic arms. We have lots of new things.
One of the ways that this brand new facility offers students a more modernized learning experience is that it offers students the tools and hands-on experience to get out into the real world.
Because a lot of times students are asking, so why am I learning this algebra, or why am I learning geometry? Now what we do is we're able to make that connection for them.
As for students like Montez, while the opening of the two academic buildings is giving them an early advantage to the competitive workforce that lies ahead. For Torrance City Cable, this is Tao Ta.
Thanks, Tao. To learn more about the new programs, go to elcamino.edu. Fall season is here, and Jesse Pierre went to the Torrance Farmers Market in search of how to get the best produce and tips on keeping them fresh.
Whether you're new to the Torrance Farmers Market or you're a weekly regular, there's no doubt you'll find Ralph Malari at Wilson Park making sure farmers are bringing in the best quality produce.
We want to make sure what they have on their certificate from the State Department of Agriculture is the exact same thing that they're bringing to the market.
With fall season just around the corner, this also means a new crop of produce at the farmers market in Torrance, one of the biggest in the South Bay.
Stone fruit's ending, so we should be expecting a bunch of tangerines, a lot of the citrus coming in like the navels. As for veggies, we're looking more at the root veggies and the wintergreens, so we're looking at probably kale, Swiss chard, butternut squash, pumpkins for October.
Malari says he offers his shoppers a few tricks to help keep their fruits and vegetables in the best conditions.
When it comes to your veggies, just go ahead and toss them in the refrigerator as soon as possible because those things will wilt. And if it does wilt, throw in some ice water. It'll help them plump back up and be all nice and crisp again. As for fruits, make sure they stay dry.
Fruit also has a protective layer that breaks down with water. So Malari says to wash your fruits only before you eat them. And as it turns out, it's okay to be picky when it comes to your fruit, as looks may be deceiving.
What they should look for, especially when it comes to stone fruit, it's not the pretty ones that look good, it's the ones that are ugly. The ones with the freckles means they're sweeter, they have, the more sugar content. And as for the veggies, just make sure they're nice and crisp. If they look too good to be true, double think about it.
With staff who care about their shoppers and vendors who care about their products, it's a great combination that makes the Torrance Farmers Market one of the busiest.
I've been coming with my husband and joining him, and I like the fresh fruits and I like the fresh vegetables. The fruit seems to be less bruised and it's tastier.
It's a good place to shop and the prices are reasonable and the fruits and vegetables are always excellent. Always.
We want to make sure we support our local farmers because that's what it's all about. We want to support them so they can bring fresh fruits and veggies to our table.
And if you're bringing your own tote bag, make sure to wash it in lukewarm soapy water to get rid of any lingering bacteria. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Jessie Pierre.
Thanks, Jesse. The Torrance Farmers Market is open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Wilson Park. Rain or shine all year long. New data shows obesity rates remain high, and the state's obesity rate is on the rise as well. The rate rose 1% from 24 to 25% in 2014. The state holds the fifth lowest obesity rate in the nation, but children, especially toddlers, were more likely to be obese in California than any other state. Now, according to the State of Obesity report, researchers found that obesity remains one of the biggest threats to the health of our children. You can read the full results at stateofobesity.org. And to keep your child active, the city offers several after-school youth sports programs. Flag football and cheerleading programs are available in the fall from October through December. Flag football is designed for kindergarten through 8th grade. Cheerleading is offered for 2nd through 8th grade. There are also volunteer coach positions available for interested parents. For more information, call the Youth Sports Office at 310-781-7515. Torrance Alerts, the city's notification system, is bringing to attention the growing dangers of heroin use and where you can find help. It's a drug that's more than doubled in use among young adults in the past decade, and deaths from heroin overdoses have more than doubled in 2 years. While symptoms of use will vary among users, common signs include delusions, hallucinations, paranoia, possession of burned spoons, needles, and syringes, and lying about drug use. If you suspect someone is under the influence, there are drug treatment centers within the city available. These include the Thelma McMillan Center at Torrance Memorial Hospital and the National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence South Bay area. Well, still ahead, some upcoming events you won't want to miss. If you bought new shoes for school and were planning on throwing your old ones away, West High is having a shoe drive. Bring your gently used shoes to West High School and they will be donated to a worthy cause. Collection sites will be located at the ASB office 4139. That's the ASB office room 4139. The library lobby and the administration office lobby. There will be a box marked shoe drive. Please tie or rubber band the shoes together. They must be new or in gently used condition. The deadline is October 23rd and the school hopes to collect 5,000 shoes. For questions, call 310-533-4299, extension 7640. Then the city is looking for flag football coaches to coach kindergarten through 8th grade players. Leagues are scheduled to start playing October 3rd and games are held on Saturdays. Teams are broken down into a maximum of 16 players and practices are held depending on the coach's availability at a local park. Practices should be held twice a week for at least 1 hour and the season will run for 8 to 10 weeks with 8 games. You can register to be a volunteer coach online through the city's Community Services Department or by registering at the Human Resources Department at 3231 Torrance Boulevard. For more information, call 310-781-7517. And Mr. Boomsauce, Colin Kushner, is back in the studio with another great show. What do you have for us, Colin?
Thanks, Ben. Welcome to the Sports Desk Studio. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook with any pics, video, or if you just want to chat about sports, I'll hit you back and give you a shout out right here on the show. Here's a little preview at what's going down in the world of Torrance sports this week. Reporter Brittany Johnson had a chance to catch up with the Elko cheer squad and the dangers they face perfecting their craft. Plus, I'll get you more scores from the gridiron, volleyball court, and much, much more. That's 4 and 9:30 p.m. right here on CitiCABLE. Ben, back to you. Boom sauce, baby!
Thanks, Colin. 1 year after his death, we pay tribute to a treasured CitiCABLE staff member, Renard Ricks. He dedicated close to 14 years of his life to Torrance CitiCABLE as a production supervisor and was the voice of City Sounds, giving traffic and road condition updates. After being diagnosed with ALS in 2012, Ricks retired shortly after. Renard was a valued mentor to many and remembered for the smile he put on everyone's faces. September 20th marks what would have been his 62nd birthday. And this time last year, a viral campaign known as the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge took over Facebook. The challenge raised more than $220 million for medical research, which led to a breakthrough, the detection of a protein called TDP43, which is dysfunctional in more than 90% of ALS cases. And the good news is, it's curable. We miss Renard Ricks. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.